Good morning, everybody. Welcome to our first session of the day. Today, we're going to devote our time to showing you how to close more sales and increase your closing ratios. In other words, talk to fewer people, close more sales. Now, the way to do that is to only talk to qualified prospects. Only qualified prospects. Okay. In our boot camp, which is going to be starting on November the 12th, we're going to be focusing more on LinkedIn than Facebook because, frankly, LinkedIn is the best social network to build your business on. 706 million professionals. But it's undergoing a lot of changes, and in boot camp, we're going to show you how to take advantage of these changes and some of their newest video features. So if you register today, you can start today. You don't have to wait until November the 12th. All of the sessions are going to be recorded. Now, I want you to remember, if you want to close more sales and eliminate rejection, you have to remember these proven sales tips. 1, rookie salespeople try to sell too early. Now, what do we mean by that? That's exactly right. As soon as you get a conversation going, you're in a hurry to show the business. When I first got into network marketing, I was taught just to walk up to people and hit them with my pitch. If I could show you a way to make $1,000 a week working part-time, would you be interested? That didn't work too well. Don't talk about your business until you know the person on the other end is a solid prospect. First, find out what people need. Professional salespeople start with asking questions. Don't waste time on people who aren't suitable. Let me give you an example. I was at a hotel in Dallas for a conference, and the hotel was filled with people that were attending a vegan and vegetarian convention. All right? And I was just thinking, if I was an Omaha Steaks salesman, all right, walking around that hotel, some people you could see, they're wearing the tag, so you knew these people are vegetarians. I got into an elevator with a whole group of them, and I looked around and I said, does anybody here eat meat? Eat meat? All right? So obviously the first question would be, when you're talking to somebody, do they eat meat? Once you know what they want or what they need, then and only then do you want to start selling. And the whole process of selling successfully is less about talking and more about listening. The secrets to closing more sales and avoiding rejection: first, stick to our scripts. The scripts contain questions in a logical sequence that, when followed, will lead your prospect right to a close. 2, follow the conversation, not necessarily the script. In other words, when you ask a question and you get an answer, now you got another question you got on the script, but very often in the answer you got to the previous question, there's a better answer. There's a better next question. Always focus on the other person. Now we're going to jump into some accounts. We're going to demonstrate the process. You're going to watch me message someone's prospect, and you're going to watch them right back. Now, I've been teaching folks how to prospect and recruit on LinkedIn for 10 years, going back to when they had 90 million users. And before they added live chat in 2015, it was still a great place. You would send someone a message. It would end up in their message box. They would read it. They would write back. Sometimes it took a couple of days. But if you were really talking to somebody that was seriously interested in what you were doing, they were constantly checking their mail. Now it's almost instantaneous. Show your prospects why they need what you have to offer. So we've added some additional scripts, some additional questions that when you follow them will lead you to the logical conclusion that they're a serious prospect for your business, and it will lead them to the logical conclusion that they need what you have. And you'll become a top earner in your business when you talk to enough of the right people. Show your prospects why they need what you have, and you'll close more people and increase your closing ratio. There's a video on YouTube from The Wolf of Wall Street. It's called Sell Me the Pen. You want to watch that. It makes a classic example of how the process should work. Follow the scripts. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to zip over here. And we're going to jump into some accounts, and I'm going to show you exactly how the process works. So first, we're going to jump into Patty's account. So I'm going to skip this, but LinkedIn is always updating their database. Now, Patty is talking to Dustin. I want you to notice up at the top, Patty's toolbar is white, which means Patty has the new LinkedIn. One of the features that LinkedIn has just added down here, you'll notice the camera. Now, a year and a half ago, when LinkedIn added emojis, old-time users were shocked. This was a professional network. Why add this? Because this has always been a popular feature on social networks. And they absolutely shocked everyone when they added GIFs, moving images. And I want to tell you that the same GIFs, the same moving images on LinkedIn, you're going to find on Facebook. So you've got all kinds of visual images, and then you've got emoji GIFs. And so starting off with an emoji GIF gets people's attention. But try to be as relevant and professional as possible, okay? And you've got emoji GIFs for holidays. You've got emoji GIFs for just about everything. Looking at her list of connections right here, you can scroll down, you can see the people with the green donut that are hooked up to LinkedIn. The solid green means they're on a desktop or laptop. But just because you don't see one doesn't mean they're not going to answer you right away. If you keep yourself logged in to LinkedIn, then every time somebody looks at you, They're going to see that solid green dot. They're going to think you're there. And they're more inclined to message people that they believe are there. So let's come up here and let's take a look at Dustin. Now, I want you to notice the date here. October the 12th. Let me unmute Patty. Time disappears on here. Disappears. What happened? What happened here? It looks like was Patty had a birthday. Now, whether it was her real birthday or whether she just changed the information on her LinkedIn page, made this her birthday. Somebody that, an old prospect, reached out to her, wished her a happy birthday. When was the last time she talked to him? October 6th. Okay, so the bottom line is you can restart a conversation with anybody. A month-old conversation, a 6-month-old conversation. You could actually re-engage someone that you haven't talked to in a year. Let me unmute Patty. I'm going to give you one quick example. Last year, I was working with an old friend who's a dentist, and he was one of the top earners in a company called OxyFresh when Richard Brooke had his company. And when Richard closed it, gave it up, his primary customer base were dentists. And the dentist goes and he joins another company. I think he joined Forever Living. So he gets on LinkedIn and he sent out 500 scripted emails, messages to dental assistants. And when we read it, we had to laugh because basically it was one of those emails that you all get on LinkedIn. You know, wanted to introduce himself. He's a dentist, and he's involved in something that can help these people generate some serious income. It's a special project, blah, 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 right out of the box, and he sends it to 500 people. If they were interested, please write back. He forgot about it. So here, a couple of years later, we're going into his account, we're starting to work together, and we noticed he had all of these emails. And the first one I brought up, I said, I can't believe you sent this. More importantly, I can't believe LinkedIn didn't throw you off. And he had completely forgot about it. Well, we started scrolling down and looking at some of these people, and we noticed that there were about 11 people out of 500 that wrote back to him, said they were interested, but he never responded. We're talking about years. So in any event, I wrote a little note for him and I said, why don't you send this back to those people? So after 4 or 5, I think it was 5 years, he reaches back to these people with a message of apology. Don't know how I missed this, but I'm sorry I did. If you're still interested in the project, he'd love to talk to them. He signed up 3 people. 3 people. So let's take a look. Let me find, here she is.
Good. Thanks.
Good morning, Patty. So do you know, is this somebody that you know?
No.
Okay. So now you're following up with some people, and you know, sometimes you look at somebody and they are looking for work. But a lot of personal trainers don't have to say they're looking for work. the bottom line is, we all know personal trainers aren't busy. But I noticed down here, it says he started a new position at Anytime Fitness. Did you see that?
No, that must be really new.
Well, life goes on, and people, when they create these profiles, they're in a certain situation, and every time things change, they come in here and add it. So it's very important that you just don't run back to the message. You really should look at their profile to see what's new. So he is a team-oriented nursing student and exercise specialist. But you'll notice that he didn't put that on his profile. Well, he's got personal trainer, Anytime Fitness. So we started this in September. Well, you were writing to him earlier, so it kind of fits. So what's happening here is LinkedIn picked this up, put it up here as a notification to promote engagement. And so one of the things that you all can do is, if you've been in your network marketing company for 5 years or 6 years, let's say you started in January or February, just change the start month to November. And you'll start getting congratulations on your anniversary. All right, so you reached out to him middle of September. And that had to be, let's see, when did he start? Well, he started in September. So you wrote to him, he accepted you. And then, in fact, he accepted you right away. So you asked him, how has he been affected by COVID-19? You in the same boat? I have a training gig as a coach. All right? Training gig as a coach. So what is he talking about there? Maybe he's talking about this. So remember, what we do is we follow the conversation. It's not clear. Okay. So the natural question is, how long have you been a personal trainer? 6 years. Okay, so what was it that prompted you to make personal training your career? Okay. So he had open to work around this picture. Now this was in October. Why? So I've been meaning to change it. Okay, so most personal trainers are looking for ways to make some extra income. So you use the transition line. Many of the personal trainers that I'm meeting on LinkedIn that have been in the industry for as long as you have are all involved with a network marketing company. It has products that benefit their clients, and it generates an additional income stream to their fitness business. What network marketing companies we worked with? He comes back and says, none. The last guy I talked to wanted $1,000. Unfortunately, I don't have that type of money. Well, now we got a happy birthday here. So I'm curious, what company was the last guy involved with? What other companies have you looked into? Now that was in October. And he never answered. So how do you get somebody? Now Dustin did something 2 hours ago, and he's mobile. He's mobile. So how do you fire up the conversation? How can you shake the tree? A couple of ways. Go back to their profile. And what we're looking for is we're looking for something to talk about. Something perhaps on his profile. Come up here a little bit and let's go to activity. So you can see he liked this post. It was 2 weeks old. So somebody is starting to promote their Instagram fitness business. Let's come down a little further. And again, he is this was 1 day ago. 5 ways to cut stress. So what you can do, number one, is you can, this was Halloween message. So what you can do is you can come down here. Oops. And what you can do, this is just like Facebook. Well, let's love this one. Tell them what you love about it. They are actually promoting engagement. Okay? Now on Facebook, you could like something, and if you want to make a comment, you can, but look what they're doing. I love this. Thanks for sharing. Now, what you want to do, so we hit the enter key. We send this. People like being appreciated. Let's come up here to 5 ways to cut stress. All right? So here again, that's it. Celebrate. More people need to see this. So now he's going to get a notification that you just liked 2 of his posts. Okay? But it's not about liking something or making a comment. At the end of the day, it's all about conversation. So let's come back up here. Now he's a personal trainer. And back in a month ago, he's taken, we asked him about network marketing, okay? And he didn't respond. You know, well, this guy talked to wanted $1,000. Now you have to also understand that this man is every day, he is getting connection requests from network marketers that want to sign him up in their business. Every day. Now, what do you know about Dustin? We look at his contact information. You can see his birthday. So he's got that down. And personal trainer at Anytime Fitness. We're going to start off the message. Ron Dunning, professional fitness, part-time. So, one of the reasons why when you look at somebody's profile, okay, your first question to him, let's come back up here to the top, okay? How's he been affected? How long have you been a personal trainer? Which is a natural question to ask. But one of the reasons why you want to look at the profile first. Okay? Well, according to this, he's been an exercise specialist here for almost 7 years. In September, we started with Anytime Fitness. And according to this, he's also doing part-time at Orange Theory Fitness. So according to this, he's got 3 jobs. Okay? He's doing this part-time. So the obvious question you could have asked, what do you do? Now, somebody might say, well, hey, what's wrong with you? Can't you see I'm a personal trainer? Well, yeah, I can see you're a personal trainer. Your answer when somebody says, can't you see it's on my profile, would be, hey, most of the people that I talk to haven't updated their profile. They don't keep it current. I start a conversation. So I always ask, what do you do? Because maybe he forgot to change something. So if he comes back and says, well, I do this, I do this, I do this, then the obvious natural question would be, so why do you have 3 jobs? Okay, why do you have 3 jobs? All right, so next, what you want to do is, if we want to re-engage someone, the best way to do it is to, before you ask a question, and the question, that we can start the conversation again by saying, hey, Dustin, I'm really enjoying some of your posts. Really enjoying some of your posts. But what you can do first, before you send the message, now he's in Shreveport. So we can come up here and let's just see. See, you haven't sent him any kind of emojis or anything like that. Oh, here you did. You did this one. So we'll start. Okay, so we'll start out with a good morning GIF. And he's an hour behind, so it's 8:30 where he is. Hit him with the good morning first. And then, now notice how he's active up here. Now what we're going to do is we're going to say, I've been enjoying many of your posts, but particularly liked the last 2. Okay, now it's been a month since you talked to him, right? So we can start out, and let's just go TWO. So we can send this over. You see that? You see how quick people respond? Now, how are things in your world? So we can start out by saying, now, We're going to go over here to Google. We're going to go to Google Images. About persistence and exercise. Okay? So let's see, fitness goals, discipline. Let's go with discipline. Let's just go with exercise. Because since he likes to post, how about exercise about not giving up? All right? So there's a bunch of them here that'll work. Now, this is something so this one will work. We're going to take this one, copy it, come back over there, and now we asked the question, and this you can just paste right in there. So you give him something that he can see what I'm talking about? Boom, 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 boom. And actually helping me enhance my online presence. Okay. Okay. Now you got his attention. Now you got his attention. So I have Town Square Media helping me enhance my online presence. What are they doing for you? Because Patty, you know a way, you know LinkedIn. And the thing is, a network marketing connection would help him increase his income. That would help support his quest for online, well, for customers. So he's struggling. Now, let me ask you a question. Let me unmute this. Patty, what's it going to cost him to get into your business?
Well, let's see. I mean, it can go anywhere from $29 to $500.
Okay. Well, he balked at 1,000. Okay. But so $500. Now, what's it going to take for him to earn that money back? What does he have to do?
At 500, I mean, bring in 2 people in 1 week and help one of them bring in 2 people.
There you go. So we're going to bring up network marketing again. And keep in mind, we don't know what he's doing. Moving slowly. Let's come back up here to motivational quotes because I saw one here with the turtle. Okay? Copy this. Pop that in there. Okay, now keep in mind that you're giving him something that he can reuse with his clients. Okay? Now, listen, I'm making some moves to healthily build my clients' little. It's slowly. Now, we focused on, so how are they helping you? He wasn't really that responsible. But keep in mind, you don't know what he's doing. You don't know what he's doing. Hopefully he's not driving. He's not driving. So, the last time you brought up network marketing, many personal trainers I'm meeting are involved. What network marketing companies have you worked with? None. So far. Type of money. Now, the last time we talked, and I mentioned mentioned network marketing. And use their words. Want $1,000. All right. The company I work on. Let's see, how old are they? I think they're 16 or 17 years old. Okay. Patience. They're in the building me a new website. Then they're going to make it where I show up first with some keywords. So they're talking about, that's search engine optimization. Okay? Search engine optimization. I'm going to take this aside for just a minute. And we're going to put it over here. Make sure I'm sending it to me as opposed to sending it to your prospect. Okay? Website, make it when I show up first. SEO or optimization. Where you trick I was laughing out loud. It can be very effective. Not really. Changes their algorithm and then now what do we want to know? What question? I'm going to ask all of you. What question? Okay? What question would you ask? Well, we're running out. Antoinette, you hit the nail right on the head. So Andrea, the same thing. Same thing. I love the way you're thinking. Actually, Susan, how much? So we're going to say here, ask okay? Now, asking about what it's going to cost for the updates it's not a bad question. However, most of the time, see, the whole idea about search engine optimization is to help the people that are looking for your service find you. And most of the time, nobody's looking. Okay? So if I was looking for a personal trainer and I go up on Google and where does this guy live? He's in Shreveport. So first you got a whole bunch of ads. And then you got the 10 best personal trainers in Shreveport. Now, Stewart, whoever Stewart is, he clearly paid somebody here to get up front. All right? And then, so what he's paying for is to be up front. Now, while he's trying to figure out all of these things, okay? He's got this expense. Now, this is curious. Let me open up Aaron, because Aaron made an interesting comment. So Aaron, you wrote, I think there are services that do what we do for 1 or 2 hours a day. What are you talking about? What kind of service? If you can't talk, type it in. Okay. Now, let's look at the follow-up here. No. SEO, search engine optimization, does not do what you do. It doesn't do it. Okay? Now, Susan writes, is he interested in another approach with no overhead? Totally wrong. What you want to do is you want to find out how much he's paying. Okay? How much did he pay? Now, when he comes back and tells you, okay, they do a month-to-month rate. Okay, that's not so bad. Now I gain a few clients to break even. Now the thing is, now what we're going to do is we're going to come back to what we were started to say before. Now your approach should be, our approach should be that it's not a bad idea to get yourself out on the internet to get clients. Okay. So we're going to say, I hope so. Now what you can do is just type, put your cursor in there and just go like this. So he sees, he thinks you're typing. This is going to give you an opportunity. Okay. So like, it sounds like money well spent. Okay, now we're going to come up with our next. The last time we talked, and I mentioned network marketing to you as a way to generate an additional income stream to support your growing training business. You said that someone wanted $1,000 for you to get started. On it. Now, I'm working with a 16-year-old network marketing company that has a wide that lose weight. Patty, what are some of the other things that I could look up? What the increase recovery time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now, what you got? Any other things that they do?
The only one that comes off the top of my head is, well, now the words just left me.
Lose weight, build lean muscle, increase the speed of recovery time, and increase the speed of recovery time. And well, let's just go and here. And increase the speed of their recovery time after exercise.
I think that's the main part.
Yeah. So many professional bodybuilders. What's the name of that organization? The IFBB. Okay, now, what could they get for join your business?
So what's the question?
Okay, the question is, um, we said you mentioned a $500 product.
Mm-hmm.
So my question to you is, he's paying $300 for a website. You got something
Mm-hmm.
in, you got something in there that they can they get in for less than $300?
Oh, yes, they could.
Okay. Okay. Now here's the thing. As lo- what we want to say is, you want him to agree to look at the opportunity. If he sees, if he gets excited about the opportunity, the difference between him spending $300 and $500 is negligible, especially. And what we're basically going to say here is, look, let me help you generate an additional stream of income on the internet in a network marketing company that has products you would recommend to people even if you weren't getting paid. And you can get started for as little as $300, and I will show you how in the first week you can make that money back. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And now you're launching a project to work with two people that over the next 90 days could earn $15,000. Now, or we could say, oh, in the next 60 days, by New Year's Eve, he could make 10 grand. Would he be interested in looking at the business? Okay? Okay? That's the direction you want to go. You want to get him to at least open up and talk to you about, to look at your business. And that's why yesterday, we went through and looked at the tools you were using. Okay? And you were sending people the wrong stuff. So now the one thing that the one video you're going to send them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So that's kind of the way you want to go. But folks, this is a clear demonstration of how, let's come down here. Okay? Now, it sounds like money well spent. And we did something 1 minute. Last time we talked, and I mentioned network marketing to you as a way to generate an additional, and it's always a good idea to reread it, because what happens is sometimes, words change. They've got editors in here. An additional income stream to support your growing training business. You said that someone wanted $1,000 for you to get started, and I don't blame you for passing on. Now, I'm working with a 16-year-old company that has a wide range of products that fitness professionals love because they help their clients lose weight, build lean muscle, and increase the speed of their recovery time after exercise. Many professional bodybuilders who are members of IFBB are raving endorsers of our products. Now, we never got that far, but so I'm about to launch a project, a special project. Called New Year / New You. And help to trainers Well, why don't we go? Make trainers New Year's Eve okay. Now we're going to add with me on LinkedIn. Now, what do you think he's going to say? He's going to say, yeah, tell me more. All right? Okay? Now, when he comes back and says, tell me more about it, okay? What you want to do is you want to say something like, and well, let's wait for him to come back, okay? Because where you're going to go with this, for those of you that are chess players or you play checkers, this is the way it works. You make a comment. And it's like chess. Okay, I'm going to move my pawn over here. And you're thinking, if I move my pawn over here, then they're going to move their bishop over there, take my pawn. Well, when they do that, then I'm going to take my knight, and I'm going to take their bishop. So you plan these moves out ahead. If I say this, they're going to say that. If I do this, they're going to do that. And so let's go here. All right? What you want him to do is look at it. But when you show it to him, say, look, I'm launching this special project. I can help you. Number one, you're going to help him with his profile. Straighten it up a little bit. Make sure he's as visible as possible. Then you're going to show him how, working with you, how he can get 2 clients a week. All right? But at the same time, we're showing him the things that you're going to teach him to get clients and customers for his growing Isagenix business, which is going to pay for that $300 a month that's coming in that you're going to pay for. Well, this will cover that. In fact, this will more than cover that. So not only will you generate an additional income stream, but if you decided you wanted to take 2 weeks off and take your wife on a vacation, you're going to have, that's the reason that personal trainers get into network marketing, because of the residual income. Okay? So this is the way it works. And the one thing that I wanted to point out to all of you is, what did it take? What did it take? Okay, the last time you talked to him was October the 12th. You asked him a question, he never responded. It's almost a month late. You sent him a good morning message after you went over to his page and you liked and made a couple of comments about some of the things that he did. And lo and behold, 1 minute later, he writes back. All right? 3 minutes later, you write back to him. You send him another little motivational deal. And he writes back right away. So think about this for just a minute, okay? You're sitting on a gold mine, every one of you. There are 706 million professionals on LinkedIn. I just wrote back to you. After the election, okay, we will see okay, well, I think everyone. Okay, now, he said, we'll see. So, how about and but now time now let me tell you something about due diligence, okay? And this is one of the reasons why network marketing companies love events. Because you go to an event, and everybody is taught, get your prospects to an event. Get them to an event. Why? Because there's something magical about an event. You go to an event, somebody invited you, you see all these thousands of people. They're all excited, they're all involved. And so they trust what they see, they trust you, but more important, they trust what they see. If all of these people are excited, this has got to be a real deal. Okay? So we're going to go here. I mean, personally, this, I hate to think what's going to happen to the stock market, but about it now. About it now. Now. How? What? Now, let's tie it together with his training, okay? Now, remember what we want to do. We want to show him why he needs this. How and you'll also okay. If you don't, look it now. Looking now. What do you think? We're not being pushy. Okay? We're not being pushy. All we want to know is, you want to look at it now, or you want to look at it later. All right? So, the most important thing I wanted you all to get out of this is working from home. You could do this 10 times a day. You could be talking to 10 people a day. You could be talking to 20 people a day, just like this. If you're looking for personal trainers, you have a pool on LinkedIn of 1.2 million people. 1.2 million people. And you could pick out the best personal trainers. The people who clearly would be interested in what you're doing as easily as you could reach into that bowl of candy, pull out a green M&M. Green M&Ms represent personal trainers that are looking for other ways to make money.